The conquest of Khorasan. The story of Al-Anaf bin Qais, may Allah be pleased with him, with Khosrow Yazdegerd. What is the reason why the king of China and the leader of the Turks are afraid of confronting Muslims and supporting Khosrow Yazdegerd? Here's what you'll know if you follow the video to the end. Caliph Umar, may Allah be pleased with him, entrusted the banner of Khorasan to Al-Anaf bin Qais and ordered him to invade the lands of Khorasan. Al-Anaf marched with a large army toward the region, intending to wage war against Khosrow Yazdegerd. He entered Khorasan and began conquering city after city. Each time Al-Anaf captured a city, Yazdegerd, the Persian king, fled to the next city until he reached Marwalras. There, Yazdegerd wrote to the Khagan of the Turks and the Emperor of China, seeking their assistance. Meanwhile, reinforcements from Kufa arrived for Al-Anaf, including 4 army commanders. When Yazdegerd heard of this, he fled to Balkh. Al-Anaf pursued him and engaged in battle there, resulting in Yazdegerd's defeat. Yazdegerd and the remnants of his army fled, crossing the Oxus River, Jihan River, to seek refuge with the Khagan of the Turks. With this, the entirety of Khorasan fell under Al-Anaf bin Qais and his forces. He appointed governors in each city, then returned to Marwalras, his command center, and wrote to Caliph Umar, informing him of the complete conquest of Khorasan. In response, Umar forbade him from crossing beyond the river. As for Yazdegerd, after entering Turkic lands, the Khagan aided him and marched with his army, crossing the Jihan River back into Balkh. The Muslim forces had to retreat to Marwalras. The Khagan's army numbered 40,000 soldiers, while Al-Anaf went out to face them with 20,000 men. He positioned his back against the mountain, with the river surrounding the battlefield, ensuring that the enemy could only approach from one direction. Al-Anaf then addressed his troops, saying,
"You are few, and your enemy is many. Do not be alarmed by their numbers."
The Turks attacked the Muslims during the day but would cease fighting at night. Al-Anaf wanted to gather intelligence on the enemy's situation, so he and a few companions secretly approached their camp at night. At dawn, a Turkic horseman emerged from the enemy's camp, beating a war drum. Al-Anaf swiftly attacked and killed him, then donned his clothing and stood in his place. Soon after, another Turkic warrior appeared, and Al-Anaf killed him the same way. A third warrior followed, and Al-Anaf repeated his tactic. He left the 3 dead Turkic warriors on the ground and returned to his camp without the enemy realizing what had happened. When the Khagan emerged and saw his slain warriors, he took it as a bad omen and turned to his troops, saying,
"These people have struck us in a way we have never been struck before. There is no good in fighting them. Let us withdraw."
Thus, the Khagan of the Turks retreated with his army back to his lands, abandoning his support for Yazdegerd. The Muslims waited for them to reappear, but no enemy forces returned. Soon, they received word that the Turkic army had completely withdrawn. The Muslim soldiers then asked Al-Anaf, "Should we pursue them?" He replied,
"Stay in your positions and let them go."
At that time, an envoy from Yazdegerd arrived from China, bringing a message from the Chinese emperor. The emperor had asked the envoy to describe the Muslims, and upon hearing about their discipline, devotion, and prayers, he sent a response to Yazdegerd.
"It is not that I lack the ability to send you an army, one whose front ranks would be in Marw and its rear ranks in China. However, these people you have described, if they were to attempt to move mountains, they would surely crush them. If I were to come to your aid, they would remove me as well, as long as they remain as you have described. So, make peace with them and be content with reconciliation."
From that point on, Yazdegerd and his remaining followers lived in hiding, humiliated and powerless in parts of Persia. He remained in this state until he was killed in Marw in the year 31 AH, 652 CE, during the Caliphate of Uthman ibn Affan, at the hands of Abdullah bin Amir. With his death, the Sassanid Empire, which had dominated the Eastern world for nearly 12 centuries, was completely eradicated.
If there is enjoyment and benefit, please subscribe to the channel and like the video to get all new to you. Thank you for watching.